Nyito Zhombe. Ndoitwa Muthanduka Machera. Ndini ndandiri chief security aid wa former chairman Morgan Kovic.
Ndimanga mureka ndimuchiri.
Ndindanga ndichiri zvangu. Asi pakazoitwa congress yekunyemba vakomishi vakabva vadzikiswa havana kuzokwanisa kuita chairman. Vakaitwawo secretary for national reconciliation and peace. Nekudaro ndakambomira ndakadaro. Nayo chaita ndiye kustudio kuno kumukoma atafumanei inyaya yekunyunyuta kwangu. Kwekuti ndave ne 13 months ndisandatambira muhoro wangu. As MDCT mari inobva ku Political Parties Finance and Act. Hongu tinozvitenda tinozvivhuma kuti mari inogona kuuya kamwe chete kana kairi pagore. Asi kana mari ichinge yauya kangaibwe munhu. Zvino mari yedu gore rakapera yese ndakapedzera kutambira ini personally musi wa 11 February 2022. From there ndisandawana send. Mari yedu ndovimba yakazoya musi wa 29 December 2022. Tikanzi muchapuwa mangwana. Vanhu vakazopuwa mari musi wa 7 January. Pamboita kakunetsana kuti vanhu vapiwe bank rate yacho zvichinetsa. Inini kungo ndasiya foni yangu iri pachaji. Ndakuratidzai. Ndakapuwa mari $200 musi wa 15 January. Ndobva ndanetsikana 2023. Apa mushure mekunge ndapedza kutambira pagore rakapfuura. Ndaitarisirawo mari yekutiwo ndiri kuwana 3,800 to 9,800. Why ndichidaro? Nekuti ndaishanda sadriver wakomichi, sabodyguard rakomichi. Initially ndichipinda this contract yakomichi ndanga ndiri bodyguard rake. Taive nadriver wedu ainzi Sydney Chisi. Asi nekudaro akazomiswa basa. Vakomichi havana kufara nezvanga zvaitika. Vakati for now because tikuenda musarudzo iwo wakushanda both jobs. Bodyguard and a driver. Zvinhu zvakawirirana. Kureva ndaifanira kutambira double salary. But vaMwonzora navo havana kubvuma kuti nditambire mari iyoyo. Kusvika tazoita meeting vakati aiwa mari yako tichakupa. So ndaitarisirawo mari iyoyo. Asi musi wa 15
makaita meeting navaMwonzora ivavo.
NavaMwonzora navakomichi nditi handisi kupuwa mari. Ndikupuwa mari yepay imwe chete for the past 3 years. Zvanzi mari yako tichakupa because kusenza that was agreed. Ndandisina problem. Ngati pata haina mari. Chakazondigumbura ndechekuti musi wa 15 January ndakasirwa 295,000 mubank ABC account yangu. Yanga iri mandi. Fortunately ndakabva ndasangana navaMwonzora paRainbow Towers. Ndine moshamwari yangu dzikuza naye Mashumba. Kati komadhagi ko mari yandaisirwa iyi ndizvo here. Zvanzi mfana don't complain, I am your brother. Waifana kungondiudza kuti mari yawaisirwa ishoma. Then I was going to add. Saka anyway ndikupa mari mangwana. Kati no it's okay mkoma. Tagara mangwana ndakavafonera. Ndikangoti in short kubva musi wa 16 January. Tanga chikomeketa every day. Komkoma vari kuzana ndiri kukwekwe mira mangwana. Ndazoenda kuchechi mira mangwana. Ndazoenda kurufu. Ndichingotsanangura. My last message kuna mkoma Dagi wanga uri musi wa 10 February. Ndovanda vati mkoma ndofunga zvanyanya. I think unyara tatadza. Ini ndakuenda kupress. Zvikanzi ukaenda kupress ndokwachapuwa mari yako kupress. Ndikati inini ndasvika time yekuti kundipa mari kana kusandipa. Chero ndatsanangura ruzhinji ruziya. Because you are saying that the government in waiting. To my surprise, vatsvangirai patakafamba navo isi kubva 2000 kusangano chifomwa. Vatsvangirai vakastora 20% nekuti vanga vasina kwavanoshanda. Taitarisira semutungamiri wedu akatora 20% anoona chinomubatsirawo. Saka vatsvangirai tora mari. Pakafa vatsvangirai president chamisa vakauya. Vakasvika vakati 20% handitore because ndine law firm yangu ndinosita zvakare muparliament. Handina need mari ngaende kuvashandi nemaprojects eparty. Zvikadaro pakauya musangano wanetsana pakapinda Dr. Kupe. Vakataura the same. Ndaifambidzana naMashumba netimu yauna naRaisia. Vakati ini handitore 20% because mari dzemapolling agents and so forth. Saka ndikatora zviti ndiri muparliament handitore mari. Shwa 20% yaibatsira maactivities eparty. Pakapinda mukuru uyu anonzi Mwonzora. Achingopinda chinhu chaakatanga kusaina ndovimba 20% yewelfare yake. Handiti which is not a problem to us. Hazvina mhosva kana akatora mari yake sapresident. Ndiye anoziva maitirano anoita. But isusu vashandi tikunyunyuta kuti ko yangu chindipo. Kana ndakubvunza mari yangu ini ndopanotsanangura kuti I am only assisting you mari yenyu ine party. But kuparty ndiye anodeclare. He is the president, he is the treasurer, he is everything in the party. Ndiye anopa everything. Saka nekudaro ndakasvika pakuita sei pakunyunyuta. Ndobva ndaita application yangu ndabatana nevashandi. Vashandi vasina kupuwa mari vanosvika kuma 17 to 24. Of course vanenge vachingoita sei vachingotyawo kuti hatina zvekuzoita mangwanawo. Saka ndakaita application kupolice. Ndina ndiri convener ndomhosva yandikufira iyo. Ndikati no, isusu sevashandi veMDC tiri kutane gore tisingatambire.
Recently, we saw that some of your members, some of your workers, they were complaining that you have been quiet about their payments, about their salaries.
We do not pay people who do not work for us. There are 3 gentlemen there. One is called Mrimoga. Mrimoga is now a member of ZANU-PF. He says he's now employed by the CIO. Then we have Mr. Machera. Mr. Machera was fired by ex-chairman Morgan Komichi in February 2022. And then we have Mr. Mashumba. Mr. Mashumba went, he was the bodyguard to Thokozani Kupe, and they went together when Thokozani Kupe left the party. These are con people. These are people who are trying to extort the party. They were threatening us with lawsuits and embarrassment if we do not pay them. We do not succumb to threats. We have paid our workers, but these people are not our workers. One has joined the ZANU-PF, one has joined the CCC, one has been fired by his ex-boss. So they wanted to demonstrate at my house, trying to force us to pay them. We do not pay people who are not ours. They are con people. They can go to court.
Okay. Mr. Machera recently said that you have been making life uneasy for him. You have been making threats to him, trying to shoot him if he demonstrates. Can you tell us more
I
about
do not even possess a firearm. I do not possess a firearm. I never talked to him. He is the one who was threatening my family and so on. Anyway, Mr. Machera got me arrested today, and we got to court, and the prosecutor has found that there is no case to answer for me. So he is someone who is trying to embarrass me. We are going towards the elections now, and this is the plot by both ZANU-PF and the CCC to embarrass me as a candidate. But I'm not going to be perturbed by that. This is a con person. He is a con artist. He was fired by Morgan Komichi for trying to extort money from Morgan Komichi. So he is a person of that character.
Okay, we have seen that Mr. Machera is not the only person who is saying that you owe him. We have the likes of Mr. Oliver Mafambisa and Mr. Kudzanai, I can't remember the surname.
Kudzanai Mashumba is actually employed by Thokozani Kupe. He is a member of the CCC. We cannot pay people who belong to other political parties. Mr. Mfambisi, I saw his crazy video about going to the Ngangas and so on and so forth. I never did that. I never do that. I am a man who has certain attributes of his own. I am fairly educated. I am fairly modern. And all these things are meant just to embarrass me. This is part of the smear campaign by people who want to extort money from me. People have heard that the MDC has received a government grant, and in their minds that money is for Douglas Mwonzora. No, it's not my money, it's the party's money, it is the people's money. So there are a lot of people who are trying to extort me of money, but they won't get a cent from me because I don't owe them. Mr. Mfambisi is a member of Thokozani Kupe's party now. I don't know what it is called. He's not a member of staff for the MDC. We don't owe him. They can go to court. They can make their claim in the labor court. The courts are there. But you see that they want to come to my house, to pitch a tent outside my house, to embarrass me, to harass my wife, to harass my family. And this is unheard of. And I have made complaints to the police, and the police are not acting. It is only when it comes to me that the police were very quick to act. They were even eager to disturb my trip today. I'm supposed to leave the country for Brussels to represent the country in the ACP EU Parliament. But they wanted to disturb that. And this is what these con artists are doing. But I have bad news for them. And the bad news is that no amount of threats, no amount of false allegations will stick. We will defeat them.
We have noticed that some of the videos that are trending, some are saying that President Mwonzora will just have one vote. What can you say about that?
Well, I have always been underestimated in my life, but also I have always come back from behind. You will be interested to note that Form 1 first term, I was number 42 out of 42. But I left that school on top of my class. In 2014, I contested Nelson Chamisa for the post of Secretary General. I had 1 nomination, he had 11 nominations. I came from behind and beat him. And I have predicted that I am going to win the presidential vote by 66%. And Zimbabweans have not seen what we are made of. So those are prophets of doom. People who say we have 1 vote. Those are prophets of doom who wish that I will not succeed, who wish that my party will not succeed. But they are in for a big surprise. We are the only party that is very active. We are the only opposition party that dares have a Congress. Others are afraid of their own people within their own parties, and don't have Congresses, and they talk too much. I think the election is coming. No one must prejudge anyone, and we are going into this election with an intention of winning it.
So in short, Mr. Mwonzora, all these allegations, firearm allegations, are all part of mudslinging ahead of the election.
This is mudslinging ahead of the election, and this is being sponsored by our opponents. And well, let's face it, I have heard people saying that I won't make it in the election. I don't see anything that Mnangagwa is superior to me by, right? I don't see anything that Chamisa is superior to me by. You know, this is going to be a tough race for everyone, and we are, if we are going to have a runoff, we will be in the runoff ourselves.
We have noticed that some of your people were saying that Mr. Mwonzora used his own lawyers.
But as a journalist, you must also do your research. Love Mo Madugu does not work for Mwonzora and Associates, does he? Saruzai Chatsanga does not work for Mwonzora and Associates. Yes, there is a lawyer who works for Mwonzora and Associates who has given service to the party. We use lawyers who are capable. We don't care whether they work for Mwonzora and Associates or not. By the way, Mwonzora and Associates is different from Douglas Mwonzora. Yes, I'm a partner there, but we use lawyers who are outside. You have seen Mr. Semwayo, who was representing me. He doesn't work for my firm. He works for Trust Law Chambers. So the allegations are totally false. And it is meant to just scandalize. And this came from people like the people we fired recently, people like Marara and the company. Those are the people who just want to create scandal because they failed to outmaneuver me politically. We have outflanked them. We have outsmarted them. And we have succeeded ahead of them. They are just a jealous lot who could not get even a mention during the nomination process. They thought I was gone. They thought I was down and out. But I was biding my time. And when the time came, the crunch time came, they could not even get a nomination. And some of them could not even attend Congress. And well, I was elected unopposed. So what is important is what the MDC people think about me as their leader. They have confidence in me.
I was even scared to come closer to you, like the president. I had a rifle in this pocket.
Well, I am not known for violence, really. I may be known for other things, but certainly not for violence. I denounce violence, and I have always talked about the need for rational disputation. Gone are the days of the politics of ranga, acrimony, and violence. It's now time for rational disputation. And these people who are trying to conjure up these charges want simply to debrand me, because I am known in this country for advocating for peace.